Hey everybody, this is Nick. I'm using my real name um, because this video is a little different. This video is not going to be under what I usually do. This isn't going to be like what I usually put out. This is a conversation I had with Skabic, and this was caused by something that happened earlier in the day, and I think it's just important to hear this message. This is completely me out of character. Usually when you're seeing these videos, I'm in a character. I play a character. And that's simply because I like to make things like feel like an escape from reality, because most people just need an escape from reality. And especially me. There's a lot of things I got going on in my life. Um, but more importantly, this conversation was had. I thought about cutting it out completely, but nah, I'm going to keep it in. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm bashing anybody in particular. So any and all names that are mentioned will be bleeped out completely. But yeah, it's just all I ask is for you to listen. Judge if you want, I don't care. But I just feel like you need to hear this. I might be a flirt and all, but at the end of the day, when I see something I don't like, I'm not gonna sit around and just let it happen.
Yeah, you just say the fuck away from it. Some people don't have empathy. I don't
No,
even know what it's called.
no, hell no. And then
Manners.
especially with a kid like Ethan, like holy shit, you're playing a fucking what 3-year old game and are just like confused why there's just people who want to play the game and not like treat it like it's their fucking job.
For real.
When he gets like a 50 bomb and is like, "Oh, that's so embarrassing." No, it's not embarrassing when you have a fucking life outside the fucking game.
Like we're literally just trying to play a fucking game.
I literally hopped on the game to get something of one of my guns of mine gold. Immediately had a fucking invite from him. I was like, "Bro, did you even get off the game?" Fuck. It was 10 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
My God, that shit actually snapped me back in the fucking real world. Holy shit. I actually, anytime I'm recording, I play a fucking character. Anytime I'm not recording, like recording, live streaming, any of that, I'm playing a fucking character. Even when I go out in
Yeah.
public, I'm playing a fucking character.
Yeah.
But when that shit like that happens, I snap right back in to reality, just like that. I was even talking to I actually I got on the other day and I think it was like
Mhm.
3 o'clock in the afternoon or some shit. No, no, because I just got home from work. Um, it was probably been around 4 o'clock, because I was talking about finances with him. Because funny thing is, it's a backwards role for me. Instead of me living with my parent, it's my parents living with me, because
Oh really?
yeah, I bought their house
Shit.
and I didn't do it on a mortgage. Uh, and uh, and it was funny because I was talking with him and Jamie had just popped in the party. I didn't realize I had my headset on because I was getting ready to set up my recording and everything. And and I'm over here talking with my dad about finances and what I'm going to do with my truck and what plans are, and because eventually it's either within a year or 2 years that they're moving out to Arizona for good. So they
Mhm.
don't want to get to a place they don't have to. And then with me taking over the house, they don't have to worry about paying any sales tax, mortgage, insurance, any of that. I take care of all that
Mhm.
stuff. So it was like, and so whenever, and then Jamie got a little taste of how much I make a week, and he said, "God damn!" All I hear him say is "God damn," and I was like, "Oh shit, hi Jamie." He said, "I didn't know you was fucking."
God.
He said, "I didn't know you was rolling like that." I was like, he's like, "How many fucking jobs do you got?" I was like, "Well, they all serve their purpose. My main job is technically selling roofs, but I deal more with insurance companies on that. But on top of that, I also make videos. Uh, I actually help my dad out uh, by working for a factory that he has. I work, which I'm getting ready to go to overnight shift. So from like
Mm.
11 o'clock at night to 6 o'clock in the morning, which I don't mind because I have been
Mhm.
sleeping anyway. Um, and and then fucking my energy drink business. Um, I still have a digital media business that people pay me to edit their videos and do photo shoots, video shoots. People pay me just to drive, just to drive them places. Like there was one thing like what most people don't understand is I've seen pretty much every aspect of life. Every aspect of life. The fucking slums, homelessness, rich, like everything. Self development, fucking unsure of who I am, knowing who I am. I've seen it all. There's nothing that I have not seen, but there's one thing I realized was whenever I was like dead fucking broke, I I hated it and I didn't want to go back. So in every way, shape
Yeah.
or form, even if that means I lose sleep, I would rather lose sleep than go back to being that. Because eventually I want to be able to, settle down, live a nice life, but also be able to take care of family that I have, like that, just not only like my own kids and eventually a wife, but also you know my mom and dad, my sisters, uh, my cousins, even if need be, like even my homies that's been there since day one. Like I want to be able to just take care of them.
Yeah.
I can't do that if I'm dead ass broke. But yeah, and then of
I'm
course
just
whenever
saying.
and of course when you're a fucking 16-year-old little fucking prick, whoa, makes me wanna fucking act a motherfucker. Stand on business for real. I need to get in contact with my buddy who lives out in Oregon and give him the job of his life. I can't do anything yet because he hasn't fully graduated high school. But once he graduates high school, I want to pay him like a nice ass salary just to edit videos and shit. I want to pay him
Yes.
6 figures at least,
Damn.
if not more. I mean, 6 figures is pretty fucking high up there. That's a hundred.
Yeah.
That's at least 100 grand. But I want him. I want him to be like my on my side, learning the shit that I know, watching him grow his wealth. Especially since he actually reached out to me. I want to say he reached out to me like back in like February, and he was like,
Mhm.
"Dude, I haven't even graduated high school yet, and everybody wants it keeps telling me what I want to do with my life, and I just don't know." I said, "Listen, I was in your shoes. I feel like I wasted 4 years of high school doing nothing but engineering, just to find out I didn't want to be an engineer because of just most engineers don't make enough money for me to care about the tuition. Most engineers don't actually have a good life work balance. most engineers sit in a fucking office all day and never get hands on with their shit. And I said, then I just found out what I wanted to do. I said it's been a dream of mine to be a YouTuber. It's always been a dream of mine to be a YouTuber. So what did I do?
Yeah.
I learned how to film. I learned how to take photos. I learned how to do all sorts of shit. And I said within a year I was really good at what I did. I said, in case you're not aware, you are good at editing. Sure, it takes you some time, but at the same time, that gets better over time. Like, for me, depending on how much footage I'm working with and what kind of edits and how intense I'm doing with the edits, it can take me anywhere between 2 to 3 hours on like a 10-minute video. Or it can take me like I took this morning, and it only took me 2 hours to record or to edit a 16-minute video. And that had some decently intense edits. But I said, don't sweat it. One thing you're going to learn, you're never going to know what you want to do after high school when you're in high school. And the biggest thing, I said, the biggest thing, I tell you what, you show me you get a high school diploma, I'll set you up for the rest of your life. He said, for real? I said, yes. I will pay you to learn the shit that I know. I don't care. I don't mind it. Don't got to worry about college. You don't got to worry about none of that nonsense. I want you to be debt-free. I want you to do something that you're going to love to do for the rest of your life. Not be stuck working a typical 9 to job, getting paid less than what you're worth. So, yeah, once he gets a high school diploma, he shows it to me. Pay him some big bucks just to edit videos and record and learn how to be a proper person in cinematography, photography, videography, and learn how to use editing softwares as extreme as mine and do endless amount of work and make plenty of money for it. Because at the same time, this dude's been my day one. He's been around since 2018.
Shit.
He was around whenever I fully got into YouTube. And he's been going through a lot, like really, really recently. And because he had a girlfriend, and it's I would say it's his first serious one. They were together for like a year, 2 years, something like that. They broke up, and they broke up in a very, very, very bad way. Like, it was bad. And he said, I don't think I could love again. And I said, well, I've said that about a time or two, and here, look at me again. I'm perfectly fine with who I am and where I'm at, with or without a girlfriend. And he said, yeah, but we did a lot of things. We planned a lot of things in the future. I said, you're going to do that in every relationship you're ever going to be in. You can plan things in the future all you want, but at the end of the day, you don't even know if they're going to be there. You don't even know if they're going to be alive tomorrow. You can plan as many things as you want. And I said, let me tell you this. I was living in Arizona. I was getting ready to come back. There was a dog. There was a dog I had in my life since, I don't remember, like 7 or 8. He's at least 15 years old. He was a fucking pug. I don't know how he lived so fucking long, but he lived to be like 15 years old. I said, we all knew he was going to fucking die. It was going to be any day now. He was physically deteriorating. So, it was going to be any day. He was just going to fucking die. And I said, I was literally the weekend before, there was a weekend, I was like, I'm going to come down to Missouri right before I fully moved back. And then I had a problem with the flight that was going to get me there. And guess what happened that weekend?
Oh no, he died.
Yeah. I said, you don't know what's ever going to happen. So take this as a lesson. You're going to meet people all the fucking time. You're going to find somebody you like, and they're not going to like you back. That's normal. You're going to find somebody you're going to make plans with, then they're going to leave. No reason. They're not going to give you a reason. They're just going to leave. But at the same time, you want to start healing. You wake up every day, you look yourself in the mirror, and you ask yourself who you want to be, and then you answer that question. That's where your healing process starts. You look into yourself, you dig deep, you learn yourself, you learn who you want to be, and you strive for that. You want to have bigger muscles? What are you going to do to get there? Make a plan. That's how you start healing. You want to be smarter? What do you want to be smarter at? Find that out. Make a plan to get there. That's how you start healing. I was like, you're not gonna know who you are. You're not gonna know what you want to do. You're not gonna know who you want to be until you make the point to make it you and all about you. Take the next relationship, make it all about you. I know, sounds toxic, but make it all about you. You even feel something is slightly off, leave. And actually, that
Hey there, Static.
what's going on?
Hey, Jed.
None much.
And that's actually what I did with my last relationship. I didn't feel it, and I left.
What's going on you?
Yeah. And I did tell somebody this the other day. I said I feel like I have everything and nothing at all. Because I've everything I ever wanted in my life, minus love, but at the same time, I still have everything I could ever be. I could ever want, just because I still have me. So
Hey,
you're
you
at
don't
90% of the
need
way there.
love.
yeah. You don't need love.
You don't need
Yeah.
it. I mean, it's like